Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Hub, your go-to source for reliable and in-depth updates on Iraq's currency developments, foreign exchange trends, and the global economic movements that influence financial strategies. Today's episode brings forward a major confirmation that has been long anticipated by our viewers, analysts, and investors, closely tracking Iraq's monetary path. This isn't hearsay or unverified speculation. This news comes directly from authenticated sources within Iraq and has been cross-verified by financial professionals deeply involved in currency reform analysis. What we're discussing today is a landmark announcement. A scheduled exchange rate revision set to be activated at exactly 10:07 a.m. this coming Sunday. According to statements from officials within the Central Bank of Iraq, this precise timing is no coincidence. It's designed to correspond with internal fiscal operations while aligning with global forex activity. This adjustment is expected to have widespread implications for currency holders, market structures, and the overall economic trajectory of Iraq. You'll want to watch this update from beginning to end. This is a defining moment, not just another incremental policy update. What happens at 10:07 a.m. this Sunday could fundamentally reshape Iraq's economic framework. This timing aligns with the start of Iraq's financial week and was selected to optimize institutional readiness. The goal is to implement the change during a period of minimal disruption. Sunday morning also intersects with active trading hours in European and Middle Eastern markets, helping to synchronize this transition on a global scale and manage liquidity across different platforms. From what we've learned via confidential briefings, the Central Bank of Iraq chose this window to reduce volatility risks and foster smooth implementation. Aligning with both domestic financial timelines and international markets offers a safer rollout for all stakeholders involved, whether individual investors or institutional entities. The timing also gives government departments, banks, and businesses enough room to update contracts, salaries, and import terms without confusion. It marks a coordinated effort that showcases Iraq's ambition to solidify its monetary infrastructure and regain credibility. That 10:07 timestamp could soon hold historic economic importance. This pending rate change is a cornerstone of a much larger reform blueprint driven by the Central Bank of Iraq. For years, Iraq's currency policy has been hindered by a dual-rate system official versus parallel market, which created room for inefficiency, uncertainty, and exploitation in the financial ecosystem. The upcoming reform intends to close that disparity and push toward a unified, transparent rate framework. This isn't just a figure adjustment, it's a declaration of intent. Iraq is asserting its place on the global economic stage by adopting a more disciplined and investor-friendly currency structure. A more valuable dinar improves import purchasing power, encourages dinar-based savings, and draws attention from international investors. It's also a strong anti-inflationary tool and validates the CBI's evolving monetary strategy. With inflationary pressures and a growing workforce, the timing is both deliberate and urgent. Several well-placed analysts and IQD watchers now anticipate a revaluation that brings the dinar much closer to parity with the dollar. Current informed projections suggest a possible leap to 100 dinars per US dollar, massive shift from today's official level of roughly 1,310. That would represent an approximate 16% appreciation, a meaningful leap for those holding large IQD reserves. While speculation has existed for years, this round is anchored in real-time central bank activity and policy disclosures. Commentators like Mark Z and Frank26 are already hinting that the final figure could exceed expectations. That said, caution remains crucial. A higher valuation doesn't instantly equate to accessible profit. Liquidity, market access, and conversion timing will dictate the real-world gains. Smart investors should track official communications and brace for short-term volatility post-adjustment. If the projected revaluation materializes, it could reset Iraq's global financial perception. Overnight, the dinar would re-emerge as a legitimate player among frontier currencies, driven by coordinated reform, economic momentum, and global alignment. A confluence of factors is propelling Iraq toward this bold currency realignment. First, the reform agenda of Prime Minister Soudani has made progress on tackling corruption, modernizing financial systems, and restoring institutional trust. Second, Iraq's rising oil income amplified by elevated global prices and growing export capacity has reinforced the central bank's foreign reserves. This financial cushion provides the backing needed to support a stronger, more credible dinar in the world market. Iraq is working alongside entities like the IMF to refine currency valuation protocols, encourage economic openness, and reassure international investors. These relationships are key to re-establishing long-term fiscal credibility. When viewed together, these reforms create strong upward pressure for a dinar revaluation. Iraq is finally in a position to act decisively after years of groundwork, and this currency reset is a central element of that broader vision. For everyday Iraqis, this revaluation could offer immediate economic relief. As the dinar strengthens, imported goods become cheaper, easing pressure on food prices, appliances, and consumer staples, a direct benefit for struggling households. The psychological effect is equally powerful. People will begin to trust in their currency again. That renewed faith can reduce dollarization, improve banking participation, and cut down on informal cash markets. For those earning fixed salaries or relying on government support, the stronger dinar stretches income further, making everyday life more manageable and reducing long-term poverty risk. National pride also plays a key role here. A firm and respected currency is a signal of strength and revival. Combined with infrastructure investments and broader public initiatives, the dinar's rise could be a catalyst for economic confidence and recovery. From the perspective of global investors, Sunday's rate change is more than a domestic policy, it's a signal to international markets. Iraq is declaring its readiness to integrate with modern financial systems and attract meaningful foreign capital. Private equity groups, currency hedge funds, and sovereign investment firms have been watching Iraq's monetary stance closely. A change from 310 to 100 or better would turn long-standing currency positions into potentially major windfalls. Yet this isn't without danger. Political uncertainty, regional tensions, or delayed policy implementation could all undermine the impact. Savvy investors will likely hold, observe, and adjust based on how the initial rollout performs. If successful, this rate shift could ignite broader market activity, including interest in Iraqi stocks, bonds, infrastructure investments. But now is the time for cool heads and disciplined planning, not reactive decision-making. A critical question looms large over this shift. Will Iraq phase in its revaluation gradually, or go for a sudden, dramatic change? The answer could steer everything from investor strategy to international headlines. A slow, measured increase allows better adaptation by domestic systems and international trade partners. It also helps avoid sudden market shocks or system breakdowns, maintaining institutional credibility. In contrast, a one-step leap to 100 or lower sends a clear message of strength, but risks short-term financial disruption. Such a move would test the depth of Iraq's reserves and the robustness of its banking infrastructure. Some insiders speculate on a mixed strategy, an initial large move followed by smaller, data-driven adjustments. Whatever the approach, the CBI's priority is to ensure that the dinar remains strong, stable, and dependable. Industry thought leaders have also begun weighing in. Mark Z connects this change to broader global efforts aimed at financial recalibration, urging viewers to monitor post-announcement forks reactions carefully. Frant26 brings a nationalistic lens, framing the rate shift as a symbol of sovereignty regained and suggesting it could attract serious capital interest. Pimpy highlights international pressure as a catalyst, but advises tempered expectations and contingency planning. Together, these voices converge on one conclusion: the world is watching Iraq. And this Sunday may be the tipping point that alters Iraq's economic narrative forever. If you're holding dinar, this is the time to be proactive and smart. Your next move should be rooted in fact, not emotion. Prioritize verified news from CBI, the INF, and established outlets like Bloomberg and Reuters. Social media chatter or unconfirmed YouTube claims are dangerous, especially in volatile financial windows. Secondly, don't be alarmed by sudden rate shifts immediately following the announcement. Markets often react with spikes and corrections. This is normal and doesn't necessarily indicate long-term direction. Third, consult professionals. Talk to advisors who understand both the Iraqi landscape and the global forex environment. Decisions should be part of the broader strategy tailored to your goals and risk tolerance. The opportunity is real, but so are the risks. Stay alert, act responsibly, and don't let emotions guide what should be a calculated financial decision. Even a successful revaluation won't eliminate all hazards. Currencies are inherently volatile, and changes, even positive ones, can create unexpected swings due to speculative or institutional responses. Don't assume the rate will continue rising without correction. Additionally, Iraq's internal politics remain delicate. Any instability or government breakdown could quickly erode market confidence. A stronger dinar may also temporarily slow exports by raising price tags on Iraqi goods abroad. The CBI is likely aware of this and may adjust policies, but traders should expect short-term friction. Liquidity presents another challenge. Banks may need time to fully implement new systems and conversion channels, which could affect your ability to trade or redeem currency quickly. While Sunday's adjustment is massive, it's also the launchpad for even broader reforms. The Central Bank of Iraq has made it clear that this is only the first step in a longer modernization journey. Expect to see additional rate changes based on economic metrics. These may happen quarterly or semi-annually, helping to maintain equilibrium and transparency. Across the monetary system, new physical currency designs are also planned, equipped with high-level anti-counterfeiting features to boost public trust and reduce illicit activity in the exchange space. Moreover, Iraq is laying the foundation for a digital dinar initiative, likely a central bank digital currency, not crypto, but a secure, traceable tool to integrate more citizens into formal finance. Altogether, these efforts represent Iraq's ambition to become a fully modern, globally connected economy with a currency that meets international standards. For too long, the Iraqi dinar has existed in speculation's shadow, its value debated, and its future uncertain. But with this bold shift, the currency is stepping into legitimacy and global recognition. This event could redefine how the world views both Iraq's economy and its financial strategy. For everyday citizens, it's a restoration of dignity. For investors, it's a signal that serious changes are unfolding. The world's economic community will dissect every move, every rate shift, and every central bank update. Your informed participation will make all the difference, so don't tune out. Stay updated, stay level-headed, and stick with Iraqi Dinar Hub. We'll keep bringing you trusted insights, exclusive reports, and fact-based analysis as events unfold. Now we turn to you, our community. Share your strategy, your concerns, and your predictions in the comments. How do you plan to respond to this shift? Will you exchange immediately or hold your position? Let's build a dialogue rooted in facts and strategic thinking. This community thrives on collaboration, clarity, and mutual support. Your voice could help others navigate this moment wisely. So speak up. Join the conversation. And as Iraq steps into a bold financial era, remember ODU. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with Iraqi Dinar Hub, the place where currency needs clarity. Disclaimer: the content presented in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice. The views expressed are speculative and based on publicly available information, personal analysis, and opinions. Iraqi Dinar Hub does not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or future performance of any financial information discussed. Currency investments, including the Iraqi dinar, carry significant risks and are subject to market volatility, political instability, regulatory changes. Viewers are strongly encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any financial decisions. Iraqi Dinar Hub is not liable for any financial losses or damages that may result from reliance on the content of this video.